Are we truly alone in the universe? It's a question that has captivated human curiosity for centuries. As we launch satellites, scan distant stars, and dream of other worlds, we're searching not just for aliens but for answers about our own place in the cosmos. But what if the answer has been right here all along? What if Earth isn't just another planet, but an unmatched miracle of precision and purpose? In this video, we'll explore why life, especially intelligent life, is so incredibly rare that it may only exist once. And we'll examine the evidence pointing not to cosmic accident, but to intelligent design. I would say it is virtually impossible to produce an Earth-like ecosystem by chance. To sustain intelligent life, a staggering number of variables must align with extreme precision in design, measurements, and characteristics. These include, but are not limited to: Number 1. Exact mass composition and structure. Point A. The planet must have the precise ratio of elements, example carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. Point B. Internal structure must include a molten iron core to generate a magnetic field, shielding life from cosmic radiation. Point C. The planet must have the right density and geological layers for tectonic activity, which helps recycle carbon and regulate surface temperature. Number 2. The exact gravitational forces, orbit, and position. Point A. It must orbit a stable, long-living star like our Sun at the perfect distance, Goldilocks zone, not too hot and not too cold. Point B. The planet orbital speed, rotational rate, and axial tilt must provide a stable climate and day-night cycle. Point C. The Moon's gravitational pull must be right to stabilize axial tilt and enable nutrient-rich ocean tides. Number 3. Exact atmospheric composition and pressure. Point A. The atmosphere must contain the right mix of gases, around 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and trace amounts of CO2 and others. Point B. Atmospheric pressure must support liquid water and breathable air. Point C. A protective ozone layer must shield from harmful UV radiation. Number 4. Exact presence and distribution of water. Point A. Liquid water must be abundant and distributed globally. Point B. Water must exist in all three states, solid, liquid, and vapor, for the hydrological cycle to function. Point C. The layout of oceans, rivers, and lakes must support biodiversity and climate stability. Number 5. Exact cosmic and planetary neighbors. Point A. Outer giants like Jupiter and Saturn serve as gravitational shields, absorbing or deflecting asteroids and comets. Point B. The Earth must not be near cosmic hazards like black holes, neutron stars, or gamma ray bursts. Number 6. Exact biological and chemical conditions. Point A. The planet must contain the right mix of biochemicals and minerals to support plant and animal life. Point B. Complex biogeochemical cycles like carbon, nitrogen, water, phosphorus must operate continuously and sustainably. Point C. Soil, air, and water pH levels must stay within tight ranges suitable for life. Number 7. Exact solar and galactic placement. Point A. The solar system must lie in a quiet, stable region of the Milky Way, away from dangerous radiation and galactic collisions. Point B. The Sun must be in a galactic habitable zone, not too close to the center or edges of the galaxy. Number 8. Exact time frame and planetary stability. Point A. The planet must remain geologically and climatically stable for billions of years to allow for intelligent life to develop. Point B. Systems like climate regulation, plate tectonics, and magnetic shielding must endure over time. Number 9. Exact physical laws and constants. Point A. Fundamental constants, example gravitational constant, speed of light, electromagnetic force, must be finely tuned. Point B. Even slight deviation in these laws would render life, chemistry, or matter impossible. But here's the crucial point. All the above only describes the conditions to sustain life, not to create it. The deepest mystery remains. How did life begin at all? Despite decades of research, no scientist has ever proven that life can come from non-life, a process called abiogenesis. The spontaneous emergence of living organisms from inorganic matter remains an unsolved and improbable leap. No combination of chemicals, physics, or planetary alignments can explain the origin of consciousness, information in DNA, or self-replicating life. This missing piece points to the necessity of a life giver, a creator. As affirmed in Genesis 2, verse 7, "Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being." In conclusion, all these parameters and countless more must be simultaneously and precisely aligned for life to be possible. And even then, it still doesn't explain life's origin. This overwhelming fine-tuning speaks not of randomness, but of intentional design. And given the extraordinary level of requirements needed to both produce and sustain life on a single planet, from atomic level structure to galactic positioning, it becomes logically and scientifically implausible to believe that similar life-sustaining conditions exist elsewhere in the universe. Despite decades of space exploration, astronomical surveys, and technological advancement, no other planet has been discovered that supports life, much less intelligent life. The absence of evidence is not just due to our current limitations, but may point to greater truth. We are here, not by accident, but by design. Earth and humanity were specially created and uniquely positioned in all of creation. As Psalm 8 verse 4-5 declares, "What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? Yet you have made him a little lower than the heavenly beings and crowned him with glory and honor." It is both scientifically reasonable and theologically consistent to believe that Earth and life were intentionally crafted by God. The universe is not teeming with alien civilization. It is finely tuned to host one special creation, us, created in the image of God and called into relationship with Him. Despite all our searching,
No other world has even come close to what Earth offers. Perhaps that's because we were never meant to be one of many, but one, uniquely made, intentionally placed. So maybe the better question isn't, are we alone? But rather, what does it mean that we are?